we have Elizabeth Wolmer. Why the world should play more music.
Mozart, Elvis, Beyonce. All these musicians actually have something in common. Their music can change the minds of everyone. How many of you have a favorite song? What is that makes you listen to that song over and over? These are questions that prompt you to look at why so many people across the world love music. Why is it such an important part of our human culture? What I found was very interesting. I'm involved in all the music and performing arts programs at my school. I play the trumpet and I sing as often as I can. And even though I do these things because they're fun, I never realized how much they actually help me. More specifically, it helps the regions of my brain that are involved in memory and happiness. We are all young people, and as much as many of us don't like to admit it, our brains are still growing and changing. This is why music is so important to us right now, because depending on whether we are active or passive musicians, music can change our brains for the better. Young people need music, and it actually helps us in our academic lives. Some of our country's most acclaimed individuals were musicians. Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon, played the baritone. Alexander Graham Bell and Thomas Edison, both genius inventors, played the piano. Albert Einstein outdid everyone. He played the piano and the violin. Active musicians are changed by the music that they play. Active participation can include singing a song or playing an instrument. Scientists can actually identify the brain of a musician versus a non-musician simply by looking at their brains. Musicians' brains are different, but they're more focused, their memory is improved, and the response to sounds is much better. It can change the brains in other ways too. In cases with people who suffer from Alzheimer's disease, a disease with currently no cure, music can actually help prolong memory. In one study, researchers took two groups of students from Boston Public School. Their control group attended a regular music class, and their experimental group took private piano lessons. After about 15 months, they came back and ran a second MRI test. What they found was very interesting. They found that the people that took private piano lessons had increased motor and auditory skills, which suggests that changes that are found in adult musicians is due to a change in brain plasticity, which is the brain's ability to change its structure based on environmental factors over time, like music. Music also helps build good habits from practicing. When I practice, I'm actively involving my brain in the memory and musical process. So when I sing scales, I'm doing more than simply improving my voice and improving my memory. I'm actually changing the structure of my brain entirely. I'm an active musician, but most of us are probably passive musicians. Passive involvement includes listening. Many of you are probably familiar with the Mozart effect, or the theory that having young children listen to Mozart at a young age will make them smarter. Science has proven this untrue, but it's not exactly wrong either. Passive listening can improve the chemical reactions in your brain, unlike active listening. When I'm sad, I listen to sad music, and that's okay because music helps us realize that our feelings aren't isolated or unusual. It's nice sometimes to know that music can help almost any situation. This is due to a change in endorphins in the brain. When you listen to music, endorphins are released, and they're like our brain's natural painkillers. They can increase positive feelings or decrease bad ones. Music is exciting, and it's also something that's only beginning to be understood. So when schools cut back on music programs, it's a step backwards. We've understood that us, young people, and older individuals are all influenced by music. Due to attention on standardized testing, many schools have decided to cut or defund their music programs. This is sad because, ironically enough, music can actually help students on standardized tests a lot. The focus and skills necessary to pass the exam are all important in achieving high scores. Mozart and Beyonce are cool, but they're cool in more ways than being the musical rock stars of their day. They can change minds.